So I just got back from seeing Renfield, a movie where Nicolas Cage plays Dracula, and here are my thoughts on it. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk about a bunch of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you thought of Renfield. Click that like button, be sure to subscribe. It really does help a lot. And over on my channel, I have more content like this. Check those out once this video is over. Without further ado, with that said, let's get started talking about the good. And to me, this was just a crazy good time at the movies. And I mean that as a good way. This is not a movie that is going to be for everybody. Like, even if you're watching this right now, this is a film that's probably not going to be your cup of tea. But for me, it was just a crazy good time, and it managed to just be dumb fun for me. It is ridiculous, absurd, everything that it is, and I think the trailers marketed it the way the movie actually is, and it's just fun to me. There's just something fun about the entire thing, while also being this really over-the-top, ridiculous, wacky, weird vampire movie with Dracula in it, and that's the joy of the film. That's something that I thoroughly enjoyed about it. And another thing here is that, while this is a very Dracula movie, it's a very vampire movie, it centers around, Dracula and his servant Renfield, it also manages to be this crime thriller, basically about a revenge plot about a cop who wants to get revenge. That's basically one of the main plots of this movie as well. They didn't market that or anything like that, but it manages to be a Dracula film as well as like a crime film with this corrupt city and everything like that. And somehow it's actually pretty cohesive in the way it's structured. And it's just fun. It's just entertaining in that way. If you want a cop movie, you're gonna get that in this film as well. And with a movie like this, there are some action sequences here that are gnarly, ultra-violent, over-the-top, and tons of fun. You get these sequences where he's ripping somebody's arms off and using them as nunchucks. And you get sequences where he's literally punching a guy's head off, and the head goes in the direction where it's being punched. It is gnarly, and it's a ton of fun. Because, like, the CGI effects, everything like that is just so over the top. I mean, the blood effects are, like, pretty bad, but that's the joy of it. That's what makes a movie like this fun. It's because it has all these things about it. It's absurd, it's over the top, very cool things that they did with this. Of course, the way they marketed the movie, the big hook for me, and probably to most of you, is that Nicolas Cage is cast as Dracula here, and he's not the main character, he's the villain. He's sort of the side character, but he has a presence throughout the film, and it's such an over-the-top version of Dracula that only Nicolas Cage could perform. Only Nick Cage could do this version of Dracula, and he is just great. I don't know if anybody else could have pulled this role off the way that he did, but just such a fun version of Dracula in this film, and that's really cool. And while it's a horror movie, it's an ultra-violent vampire movie with Dracula in it, it also manages to be really funny with the absurdity that it has. And there are a bunch of these moments that had the theater that I was in laughing out loud at these little moments in the film. So that's just really cool. Is that it's, while also being like this very absurd film, it also manages to be really funny at the same time. It's kind of like these other adventure films we've gotten. They kind of reminded me of those. And so in general, it's not going to be for everybody. Very absurd, very over the top, but it's very entertaining for me. It entertained me from beginning to end. Therefore, I really enjoyed it. From there, let's move on to the bad. And I don't really have much bad to say about this movie, but you have to go in knowing it's a dumb Dracula movie. You have to go in with that kind of mindset that it's going to be over the top. It's probably not going to be for you if you don't like these ultraviolet comedy horror movies. But as somebody who likes that kind of stuff, I enjoyed it for what it is. Just go into it knowing that it might be a dumb movie. Also, second one up here is that when it comes to the actual plot itself, there are a bunch of logic issues here and there. Like, yeah, how'd they all agree to this? Like, how did this happen to arrange this? Like, I don't want to go into spoilers or anything like that, but there are some plot issues all throughout the film that just bugged me about it. But other than that, it's a pretty cohesive film. I just wish the plot was handled better because I may have liked it more. And last one up here, I don't know how memorable this movie would be without Nicolas Cage. The big hook to this movie was that Dracula hook with Nicolas Cage being cast. I don't know if the movie would be as memorable if you did not cast Nicolas Cage. And all the other actors are fun, but Nicolas Cage is really like kind of the standout of this movie, even though everybody else is really fun. Nicolas Cage, Dracula, that was the big hook, and I don't know if it would be memorable outside of that. But in general, very good movie. Not very good, but really entertaining for me. I would give it a B+. It's not the best movie out there, but it is very fun, absurd, entertaining. Down below in the comment section, share what you thought of it. Over on my channel, I have more content like this. Check those out right now. Click that like button. Be sure to subscribe. It really does help. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. I will see you in the next one.